Sant Prabhudat Brahmachari. Sant Prabhudat Brahmachari was an Indian guru and freedom fighter who ran a Sanskrit school in Basantgaon, New Delhi. He founded his ashram at Jhusi to organize Kumbh Mela. He became close to Golwalkar in nearly 1950 and then Rajendra Singh and Golwalkar persuaded him to stand against Nehru on the cow protection platform and against the Hindu Code Bill. In 1951, he openly challenged Jawaharlal Nehru's election to the first Lok Sabha from the Allahabad constituency, challenging Nehru's stance on the ideology of Hinduism in independent India. This all too brief description hardly does justice to the persona that he was. Prabhudat Brahmachari was born in 1885 in a village in district Aligarh in a poor Brahmana family. Early in his life, he took deep interest in Sanskrit studies and also took a vow of lifelong celibacy. Leaving home, he went off to study in Gurukula in different places, leading up to Varanasi. Swami Kapatri Maharaj was one of his co-students. He was also drawn by the fire of freedom struggle and became a follower of Mahatma Gandhi. Becoming an activist, he jumped into the fight for independence and was entered in jail by the British, undergoing rigorous imprisonment. One of his prison mates was Jawaharlal Nehru. The irony is that he would later stand against Jawaharlal Nehru in the first elections held in independent India. Swami Prabhudat Ji was deeply spiritual and undertook tremendous tapasya right from his early years. He became a wanderer and met many sages, including the great sages Udiya Baba and Hari Baba. He was deeply inspired by these two saints and took every opportunity to take their guidance. Fired with this passion, he decided to go away to Himalaya and not return until he attained the supreme state of spiritual jnana. Udiya Babaji, sensing this fire in him, encouraged him by showing him a picture he had of Buddha. In that picture, Buddha was seen in almost skeletal state, his body completely wasted by the intensity of tapasya. Showing him that picture, Baba told him a related shloka. Ihasne shushyatu me sharir tvagasthimansam vilayam tu yantu. Aprapya bodha bahukala durla ihasnanev samuchalishe. In this seat, where I do tapasya, well may my body dry up, my flesh and bones decay, but without attaining self-knowledge, which is extremely difficult to obtain even after eons, I shall not stir from this seat, whatever it takes. Taking this Upadesha, Prabhudat Ji left for the Himalaya. But after serious tapasya, he became very ill and could no longer continue. Breaking his resolve, he returned to the plains and going to Udiya Baba, he conveyed his state. Baba was a Janani, who could gaze into the heart and see such things as eyes of flesh do not see. He was kindness itself and said, "No problem. In failures, seeds of success lie hidden. You have a predilection for reading and writing. Go write books." And so began the writing life of Prabhudat Ji. And what a library he has written. Starting with the life story about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went on to write on a whole range of subjects. His magnum opus is Bhagavati Katha. This is a series of 118 parts, each of 200 to 250 pages. The first 68 parts are a rendering of Srimad Bhagavatam in traditional Hindi, Vraja Bhasha, including translations and commentaries on key verses of Bhagavatam. Parts 69 to 74 of the series contain a commentary on Bhagavad Gita. Parts 74 to 106 contains commentaries on 191 Upanishads. Imagine this 191 Upanishads. This is incredible. Perhaps no one else in history has done commentaries on as many Upanishads. Parts 107 to 118 contain explanations of different schools of Indian philosophy and a commentary on Brahma Sutra. For writing this magnum opus, he opted for complete solitude. Delegating all his secular work to others, he acquired a houseboat which he anchored in the middle of Ganga river. And there he worked undisturbed, focused fully on his writing work. What a tapasya! The Bhagavati Katha is respected as a great spiritual classic. The Vraja language verses are sung with devotion even today. Swami Prabhudat Brahmanchari's main ashram is in Jhusi, near Allahabad, where he is said to have done terrific tapasya of Gayatri mantra, standing in a state of samadhi in the waters of Ganga. In this asrama, he held vibrant festivals of Nama Sankirtan, which were attended by some of the greatest sages of North India of those times. Swamiji felt that Hanuman was the Kotwal, the guardian of the capital of India. And so he had this temple built in Basant Gaon, which then was in the outskirts of Delhi on the way to the Palam airport. The temple was completed and inaugurated in 1990. Swamiji lived to see the Kotwal of the capital installed. And he passed away the same year, at the ripe age of 105. Swami Swata Prakash. The young sannyasi, Swami Swata Prakash, came by train and got down at Rajghat station near the bank